Okay, might add you live. Probably seems like it. I don't know. Oh, I am. Okay. Yep, definitely. Okay. Damn. Um. Oh shit! You can add a watermark to this. Holy shit! That's actually kind of nice to have. Um. I guess fuck it. I'll just share the stream live through my server. There we go. I want to see if I can access the chat at all for this. Oh, comments, probably. Yep. Okay. Nice. Let's go. All streams are recorded on the free plan if you want. Oh, okay. It's a permanent album kind of thing. Oh, that's pretty. That's actually pretty fucking cool. Holy shit. That's actually really cool. I can actually display the comment and respond back. That's actually pretty good. But hello, Mr. Allen. I'm just testing some stuff for future streams. Not sure why or sure as to when. But I want to see how many layouts I can compress here. Share screen to see how the share screen to see how this layout is unique. Oh, I can show stuff. That's actually pretty cool. Ah, shit. Fuck. Well, the reason why I want to test this out is because I may invite people into SteamYard for calls, whether they are outside from Discord or just anywhere in general. Plus, it makes it easier for me to even call these people for separate interviews or just debates in general. Let's go to the YouTube section. Why not? And what's nice about it too, I can actually play audio without the stream picking it up. So I can actually listen to music while I test or just gimmick a couple of things in. But how's chat doing so far? What should I even display? Can it display the screen or can it display a file? You doing good? Okay, that's nice. And don't mind me, I'm just calling myself an evil Webster because I triggered a couple of people today on the internet, which is surprisingly easy, which isn't my moral standard. But hey, I wish it gets me somewhere. Do, 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 do. Bubble, overlay. Can I? Is there a way I can turn off the? No, I can't. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever. There's video clips. Don't know what this is. Upload short video clips, perfect for intros or outros. Max file size and max video length is 10 minutes. So I could just add in a video from the stream. How's my Thanksgiving? It was actually pretty ominous. I actually tried a couple of things. Mostly just a basic Thanksgiving dinner: mac and cheese, stuffing, turkey, hard-boiled eggs, all that goody goodness. I wonder if there's a way I can. Oh, I can actually ban people from separate apps. Holy shit, that's actually pretty cool too. Holy god, that's actually pretty neat. Private chat. So I could just invite people to here if I wanted to. But if I leak the studio app, like anybody can get in. So I'm probably not going to be sending that anywhere, especially if it's public. Can't stop eating my sister's mac and cheese. Fair enough. I actually really love mac and cheese. So pops to you, by the way, for that. TGA 5 Sector Naglu got swatted. This Sun Ordinary Gamers actually made a video on that. Because I got that in my recommended. Like, the video title is called, Swatting Got Worse or something along with that. I might check it out. He did? Okay, perfect. Well, this is going to be another feature that I like showing off. So, this is a good time for me to test that out. Swatting keeps getting worse. Pause that, and I can just share screen. Share screen. Sharing screen is easier with two monitors. Screen sharing works best on a good computer. Some screens let you share audio. Look at the share audio checkbook. Share screen. Oh, I can select. Oh, that's so. That's perfect. Oh, that's actually really neat. Can I see? Yes, I can. Holy shit. We should react to Mudo's video. If I can find you in the what do you call it? Yeah, if I can invite you to the StreamYard, you can DM me on Discord. I can give you the link. I forgot to click that, but that's for the initial context for the stream. That's actually really neat. That's a really neat feature. Hold it. That's actually pretty cool. God, I need to use this more. Actually, if I kind of think about it, really good. But of course, I wonder if the audio is going to pick through the stream here, but if not, then fuck me. But
Guys and gals, me Mudahar, and I'm a firm believer that if you SWAT
okay, it does pick up. Okay, perfect.
people, you basically lie to law enforcement and get a SWAT team pulled up to somebody's house, you should be charged for attempted murder and serve a minimum sentence of 10 years, okay? Now, I know there's some
That's
people
starting out strong. Really strong opinion. I mean, if it's at a probable cause of murder, then sure. Like if you're trying to put the person in danger, or at least having an attempt to put that person in danger, then yeah, you should probably get charged with attempted first degree. But that's when it comes to swatting, people always tend to do it out of fear. Like they want to get a reaction to people or from people when it comes to swatting people. But some of them will even go as far as to get the person killed off of that alone. And that's really, really, really harsh. It's basically a negative thought that people tend to do, and they don't look at the consequence of that. But let's continue.
watching were like, but Muda, that seems like it's a pretty heavy punishment. And for those people, I would like to tell you to grow up. Ladies and gentlemen, swatting, for those of you who have no idea what this is, has basically been a thing that's been going on pretty much as long as internet culture has been around. Basically, you find somebody popular on the internet, you find out that they're live streaming, and by chance, if their public, I guess, or sorry, their private address is leaked out into the world, all you effectively have to do is call up a number.
I'll be right back. I gotta do some shit. All right, I'm back. All right. YouTube's COO of Deep Brand, Cherry Rigged Everything, is suing Castify for patronizing some of theirs and iFixer's designs. Castify wrote a PR response on Twitter and even tried sliding into No clue about that situation, not gonna lie. No clue at all. But progressing.
Again, I'm not trying to make this a guide, a Ned's declassified school survival guide of how to SWAT people, but generally, people will spoof their numbers, their location. Maybe they'll sit behind a VPN, a burner Skype account, and basically pay to call local law enforcement and tell them that there could be a multitude of scary things, okay? Like a bomb threat, an active shooter, all right, something crazy like that. So usually when you call a 911 dispatcher and you mention that stuff, it doesn't matter if you have the most jokey attitude or whatnot. To the police dispatcher, they're just going to tell the cops, yeah, there's a fucked up shooter and there's a bomb threat or a hostage crisis is happening. So that moment in time, they don't send Bill and Ted the cops over. They send a goddamn SWAT team, ladies and gentlemen. Now, SWAT agents are kind of like counter-terrorist units. Like, they're not joking around.
God
They're
damn it.
fully armed to the teeth,
Going full
submachine guns,
CSGO.
full armor. They raid your goddamn house, and they are trained to shoot at actual armed targets, right? So usually you could imagine if some civilian gets caught up in the middle of it, especially like a goddamn gamer who might happen to have some,
Oh my God, so
controller in their
gamer.
hand, while
Holy
the cops
shit,
break through their door.
so
And these
gamer.
people are trained within like a fraction of a second. If they see
Budahara addressed the situation too. Huh, alright. I might look at that if I have enough time.
something's up, bullets whiz and you're dead. So yeah, this actually is very dangerous. And to the people who wonder, oh, it's just a harmless prank, again, grow up. So again, why am I talking about this? Because, ladies and gentlemen, a stream that I was watching, that I was looking into, where a certain actor known as Ned Luke, you might know him from GTA 5, right? As Michael DeSanta.
Oh,
He was
yes.
streaming GTA La-di-da-di-do on Thanksgiving, and lo and behold, SWAT team show up to his house. Watch this.
Look at this guy. Here's even more. Here you go. How about this guy?
I wonder. Okay, yeah, this is a lot better.
1,630,639,639.
Yeah, no. I actually like this one.
Hello. They're what? Oh, nice. Nice, nice. All right. All right, I'll be out there. All right, I gotta go. Now these assholes have swatted my house, so I've got to go. All right, have a good one.
Now, thankfully, Ned, being the intelligent person that he is, most likely called law enforcement ahead of time, and I assume he did what I do and everyone else does.
Yeah, that's actually a smart decision. Like, don't even acknowledge the swatter in the first place. Just hop off online and don't even acknowledge it. That's actually a smart move, which a lot of people tend to freak out upon that issue alone. Because when you freak out, that gives people more ammo to do that. And they're most likely going to do it again. Did we confirm that this was the 7th? Huh. Jesus Christ. I mean, at the first, I wouldn't see that it will be his initial response there, but damn. 7th time, really? That's crazy.
You just tell them that there could be a chance that some unhinged fuck might call you and tell you that there's a threat at this specific address. And usually what appears to happen in that situation is you get called. But if you don't pick up that call, from my understanding, they will SWAT your house. Because again, that call pretty much just exists for you to like basically, pick up and tell them, yeah, there's nothing crazy going on. You've been trolled by the internet.
I mean, it can also mute your microphone during that process too, whenever you're trying to call. If it is at a case where people, the authorities will have to call you in the first place. or if it's a parental figure in your life. But yeah, that's some of it is true.
So again, in this situation, they send a fully armed unit to your place. They waste the taxpayer money, they waste time, they waste the resources that could have actually gone to a real threat, and basically decide to put somebody's life in extreme danger. Now, you might be wondering, whoa, Muda, it's still, again, I'm really trying to like talk to the individuals that like think this is a joke. I know most people, I would assume 99.9% of the people watching this video know the actual severity of such an actual crime. But for the few people that don't know, sometimes these
Oh
situations
yes, teach us, good lad.
can actually lead to somebody dying. For instance, back in 2019, there was a Californian dumbass who got sentenced to 20 years in prison for joking about a 911 call about a hostage situation in Kansas, where the cops, like I told you at the beginning of this, broke into a house, shot the person, and then found out later, this was a false report. There wasn't ever a hostage situation. Now, you might have seen me play games like SWAT 4 on my channel, but there's an even newer game, Ready or Not. I've made videos on it, and it's pretty
Oh,
much like a
fucking
SWAT
Ready or Not is the perfect game when it comes to tactical swatting. Like, it actually implies real swatting situations too. Like, they make certain maps that coordinate to real life events, and you can. It's a strategy game, and yeah, it's Ready or Not is actually a pretty underrated game. I actually played it with friends, either for tactical purposes or just goofing around in general. Both are actually fun as fuck. But I'm getting off topic here.
simulator, and it gives you like a brief glimpse of the decision making that it takes an agent to do. Even in a video game simulation, you have to deal with civilians who you don't know from a distance pose a threat or not, and you literally have, no joke, half a second to respond to somebody brandishing a firearm and opening it up on you. So again, the point is every single agent involved in a swatting is like terminally on edge, as they should be. They're goddamn counter-terror SWAT team members, right? Even armed cops who don't understand, who walk into a situation thinking, yeah, this is a shooter situation. This is some serious stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Again, accidents like this happen and people tend to die. So again, in this situation, an individual here will agree to serve 20 to 25 years in a federal prison as part of a plea agreement. Dog, when
You like to read the videos, but I can't access the actual chat itself, so I might have to look for it. But let's see if I can actually copy and paste this. No, I can't. Fuck. I'll just manually type it. It's fine over.
when you're pleading and getting 20 to 25, you know the deal is
Actually, I actually have my stream opened. Never mind. I'm dumb. But just
and the
continue.
entire
Sorry.
state wants to make an example for you that'll be written in textbooks for decades to come. So they even mention in this that the false report was called because two gamers, Casey Viner, 18, and Shane Gaskill, 25, authorities said, Viner asked Barris
And I can
to make
edit
the
the
call as an
stream
act of
too
retaliation
while this is
after
going.
a
That's actually
game of
nice.
Call of Duty ended badly. Barris then taunted
Critical also made a video. I might check Critical actually. It's been a while since I watched his videos.
Gaskill in Twitter direct messages before Gaskill challenged the California man to swat him. So again, over a game of Call of Duty. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't necessarily the last time a swatting is going to happen, nor was it the first time. But it's still such a shame that this heinous crime is still so easy to actually perform in reality that there really doesn't seem to be a fix against it. The people that actually get caught by this are the people dumb enough to talk about it on Twitter, to literally use like cell phone spoofing services where they've actually attached their financial records to as buying credit to make calls to law enforcement agencies. Those are the only people that get caught just because they're so actually dumb in this situation. Unfortunately, with VPNs and and how we basically like have multiple different countries where like if you get swatted from somebody in like Russia, all right, there's no way they're ever going to enforce that law, period. And it happens from time to time. You have literal individuals from other parts of the world making calls to local law enforcement and getting them to do stuff. The only thing that could even exacerbate this issue is if instead of calling,
Oh
we
man,
somehow
I've
had
lost
a
my
web
fucking
form
phone.
to
God
call
damn
law
it.
enforcement. That
Whatever.
would be goddamn.
I'll look
because
for it after the
I'm
stream.
pretty sure at this point, a lot of law enforcement agencies literally will pull up to a house and just look at it from the outside and say it's probably a gamer situation.
Oh, new viewer. Hello. Hello, Kenan. I can't even pronounce the first part of your name, but if it's Hanto or Hanto, it's whatever. But hello, new viewer.
But that's still not enough for them to not participate in commencing the SWAT. Remember, for law enforcement agencies, they think the most serious shit is going on. And unfortunately, in a lot of cases, people end up dying because of these situations. And it's why I think that the only punishment to have when these people get caught is to literally be charged with not swatting. Another YouTuber I watch too by the name of Luke Steffens, if you actually checked out his content, he covers. Another YouTuber I watch by the name of Luke Steffens also recently got swatted like 10 days ago, where they talked about this whole situation themselves. And of course, it should remind you that this is not something that is going to be going away anytime soon. But what is really important.
Thankfully, Nick Woods stat him and his family is fine. That's actually nice to think about, actually, because anything can happen in a swatting. And expecting the worst just kind of fucks you over.
Important about the situation is Luke does mention his old address, which is really true. Like, I have an older address that's out there on the internet, and I don't live there. But if somebody decides to swat that while I'm live streaming for any chance, then it's not me that they're putting in danger. It's somebody totally unrelated to me that is going into an actual dangerous scenario. Like somebody who has
when it comes to verifying information, people don't tend to realize the outcome of it, or they don't even remotely check if the information is right. So what do? They just don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually. How do you feel about commentary? Well, you're asking a commentary man how I feel about commentary. I mean, if you could define a certain community of commentary people, then I might get an answer. But as commentary goes, I mainly focus on live commentary, which means that I usually go live and then comment on some shit. Essentially more than just a reaction channel, kind of. But I give out keys of information if needed. I just do whatever the fuck I want to do for you. Or upload or just stream overall. But if you have a specific community of commentary, feel free to chat it up. But as commentary goes, I really couldn't give a shit. To continue.
No idea who I am, just lives at the old address that I once lived at years ago, might wake up to like guns in their faces, or might have somebody kick down their door that they have no idea of. Like, you are putting people you don't even know in actual danger. Again, that's the real problem over here. And again, there are laws about this stuff too. Like, if you look through at least
best commentary channels you look up to, and commentary channels that are small like yourself and that you think you will be big someday. Well, honestly, everybody's just the same, but they just formulate on what kind of content they kind of make. For example, I I do commentary very differently compared to other people. Like some people do gameplay commentary, some people do slideshow commentary. Just any commentary that kind of formulates what kind of reactions or commentary you're dealing with. But and the worst channels or bad commentary channels you should not. Oh, just commentary as a whole. Okay. Now that it could be. It's like digging into a peanut jar, where you pick up certain nuts that you like, and then keep out the bad nuts. Like some commentary, quote unquote, commentary channels aren't just commentary channels. They either one warp at something that they aren't, or two, they try to entertain people by being a dick. But I partake in that community too, so I can't say anything about that. But I'm not a dick in general, no. I am a dick if they treat me as one. But besides the point. Commentary as a whole. Jeez. It's a hellfest. Both with the good light and the bad light as well. It can very much depend on how you hang around with a certain community, or you're trying to moderate your audience, or target a specific audience that you're trying to read up to your community. So that can change up the answer quite a bit. But that's actually a good question, Tree. What are some cool small commentary channels to watch? I don't like watching big channels. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to that, whether you like big commentary channels or not, isn't really necessarily a bad or a good thing. It just depends on what kind of content the big commentary channels make in the process. And then they tend to grow, and then some of them try to initiate a opinion that is underrated in general, or just hot take kind of. Like, look at me. Like, I'm honestly, if you don't know me, I love underrated opinions. Like, if somebody were to say something completely different to what they were initially saying to make the point, I'm a big fan of that. So that it can cover my perspective on certain opinions that they try to grasp or talk about. I like being able to talk with the person behind the cam. You don't get that with the big dogs. I kind of disagree. But I am not the one to judge when it comes to people watching content. I beg to differ. That's all I'm going to say there. But if you really want to know what commentaries, small commentaries that I like in general, there's a Moment of Sanity, which he is a good friend of mine. He has 1K subs, if you consider that small. He's a good friend of mine. I can link you his channel if you want me to. But second, it's Rides, which is a Cheeto clone, but honestly, he's probably pretty good. Yeah, let me give you the link of their channel real quick. Moment of sanity. And rise. Or rants. No problem. Update on Josh Granny. More evidence and screenshots has been came out. The NBA is currently conducting the investigation regarding his involvement with the 15. Oh God. Ah, jeez. Okay. Fuck. Do I want to know the context behind that? If it's related to a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old? We're going to deep waters. We're going to the trenches, baby. You're watching. Good. That'll perfectly be a nice time waster for you if you have nothing else better to do. Did you hang out with Fox before? Which Fox? There are multiple people named Foxes. You had to be cordial or very specific because I know like 5 different Foxes.
At least in the California penal system, there are laws about false reports, but I don't think they go far enough. I really do think that if we're going to go forward with this kind of,
They're probably related to. Well, I gotta know the answer first before digging up to them. But if you are related to Cass, used to is the right term here. I was a big fan for him at the time, at least. But if you're talking about Cass, yeah, I used to hang out with him. But if you watch the previous videos or my 2-hour long stream, almost 3 hours, by the way, sorry, I gotta clarify that, but almost 3 hours of was presented in the cast video or the pedophile hunter civil war or whatever you want to call it. I did cover a lot about that drama. But I recommend watching the stream first. I used to associate with his community before Coyote, Lovely, and Gilded Poo were out of this people, horrible people. Well, Gilded Poo is just optics cancer. Coyote Lovely isn't necessarily horrible. Horrible is an understatement of the century there, but I'll let that pass. But no, I used to work with Coyote Lovely too. Before I initially spotted. You sound like someone that used to be there, so okay, I understand. Wait, is this Bunny Chan? Are you Bunny Chan? Who is that? Somebody who was sparking now into medical forms. After I initially added into a bit what they said. But if you actually are Buddy Chin, we can call. Sorry, someone DM'd me. Okay. I had to respond to someone on Discord. No? Okay. If you're not, then that's fine. It's whatever. But, pretty sure we're at the end. That's going to continue watching.
The people that are caught doing this, especially the ones dumb enough to, should be charged with attempted murder. There are laws around this, but genuinely, with how severe this is, I really do think this should be an attempted murder charge because at the end of the day, a SWAT is no joke. You are literally sending armed counter-terrorists to somebody's house, and those people will probably be on severe edge, and most likely, if the person you're swatting is even a little bit confrontational, they get shot right through the goddamn head. Okay, they're filled with holes. And
Okay, that's overestimating the situation, but it can happen. Most swattings tend to cause a horrific scene. Mostly just people trying to knock in your doorstep and then where do we invade your house? And when you comply, at most cases you'll be mostly okay. What is Medcare? What is Medcare forms? Oh man, that's a whole new fucking story on its own. If you really want to know what the medical reforms is, just watch the Pedophile Hunter stream because there's a lot. If I wanted to talk about everything in that abominable wasteland of a forum site, just watch the Pedophile Hunter Civil War stream that I did. That's going to be a lot more helpful than me explaining it to you now. Because there's so much to it. But essentially, it's a forum website where Cass and his crew were trying to hog on after being kicked out from the Kiwis or the Kiwi farms.
And ultimately, it's the stupid idiot to blame on top of it. And I think really the sentencing to this should be a minimum 10 years. Goddamn 10 to 20 for crying out loud. Hell, if people die, should straight up be a fucking life sentence. But ladies and gentlemen, and yeah. This topic, I really wish.
All right. Shit. All right. Cool. Good. All right. That's really cordial there, Mr. Some Ordinary Gamers. But I might as well watch Charlie. Here, let me pull up the stream if I can find it. There we go. Moist critical. There we go. Found it. Presents. Share screen. Share screen. Share. Oh, watch Cherry Riggs Everything's video first. Okay, sure. Let me find that. That's our Submarine Gamers. Different one. There we go. Might as well have both of them up. Shit. Share screen. I have been robbed. There we go.
Got something a little bit different for you today. A video I never thought I'd have to make. There's a company you've all heard of, and a company worth probably close to $1 billion that's stealing my stuff. And today we're going to fight back the way Uncle Sam intended with a lawsuit. It's Casetify. Casetify is stealing my stuff. And the story of how I found out is rather fascinating. It all started back in December of 2019 when I decided.
Wait, is this the dude that fixed this for electronics? Because I have seen it a bit. Sorry, okay, I'll talk you here.
My cell phone. I went from a Galaxy S8 to
You know, I'm gonna speed this up in case if I had to leave early.
Note 10 Plus, and little did I know that that upgrade was going to land us in court. It was that exact day when I launched the Teardown skin with my friends over at Dbrand. Teardown is obviously a line of cases and skins that show the inside of your device. On
there
the
we go.
outside. It's kind of what I do, and Dbrand and I go to extreme lengths to ensure that every Teardown skin is an accurate representation of what's actually on the inside. But that also doesn't stop us from sneaking in a few Easter eggs for people to find. For example, on the back of this Galaxy S23 Ultra ribbon cable, it says glass is glass and glass breaks. Definitely not something Samsung would ever put inside their device, but that is something I say very often, and we toss a few of these treats onto every skin. These Easter eggs are going to be extraordinarily important here in a second because extraordinary claims of theft require extraordinary proof. Luckily for me, though, Casetify is more like the Home Alone thieves and less like the Ocean's 11 thieves. But I'll get to that. Keep in mind that this is a true partnership between.
I don't get the reference.
Profits like partners, and we're constantly growing the product.
I'm too much of a zoomer to know that, but I know Home Alone.
19, we've supported over 100 devices with Teardown skins, and we'll keep going as long as you support us, or until Apple stops making iPhones, whichever comes first. But let's go back. What did Casetify do to warrant all of this negativity? Well, back when Twitter was still called Twitter, someone tagged Dbrand in a post pointing out that Casetify was selling a Samsung Galaxy S23 phone case with the internals of an iPhone. And not only that, every single product they were selling was using the exact same iPhone image. The average person might not have been able to spot the error, but anyone watching my channel could have spotted the internal differences from a mile away. Dbrand being Dbrand took a little shot at Casetify, which is fine, just a little Twitter banter between companies. Dbrand and I continue along our merry way, making accurate Teardown products while Casetify is dressing up Androids like iPhones. No big deal. I thought that was the end of it, but it wasn't. A few months go by and we get tagged in another tweet. I found a product like Teardown, but more expensive. Clicking the link, it takes us to a landing page for a new product line from Casetify called Inside Out. And when you click to the website, check it out. They did it. A much more accurate look at the insides, and normally I'd be very proud of Casetify for actually taking the effort to actually portray the insides, because I'm not the only person on the planet who likes to take things apart. I don't own the idea of repairing things yourself, or am I the only person who appreciates the beauty of internal hardware? If Casetify went back to the drawing board, purchased a bunch of phones, took them apart, scanned the internals to properly make a Teardown skin competitor, bring on the competition. If that's what they did. Spoiler alert, that is not what they did. Do you remember all the...
Do you know who Code P is? No clue. No clue at all. Are you talking about Penno Code? Because that's a very different thing. When it's tech tips was streaming in their response to the lawsuit. Isn't it when it's tech tips a bad person though? I kind of forgot about the whole festo.
Those Easter eggs I told you about earlier?
Sorry.
While we were scanning this new competition from Casetify, we noticed something interesting on their Galaxy S23 Ultra case, which I happen to have right here. The print quality is extraordinarily subpar, but I think you'll be
Oh,
able
I
to
found my
notice
phone.
we put it right
Shit.
here on Casetify's case that Casetify sells on Casetify's website. Glass is glass and glass breaks. I know for sure Samsung didn't put that there, so what's my phrase that I use all the time doing on one of Casetify's products? After seeing this, we decided to investigate a little further. Check out this R0807. If you've been around long enough, you'll know that this is a reference to D-Brand's robots, R-O-B-O-T. And one more here near this Lego-style ribbon connector.
Well,
is
tech
a
stuff
secure
that I
wire.
do not know about. Perfect for IT users. Okay, someone from Fox Mafia server said Fox was scared of Cofan. Because he is a threat to everyone. Oh, I thought you were talking about panel code. Panel coding. After his channel was hacked and recovered, Windows got exposed for pulling a... Yeah, I thought so. I thought so.
Surrounded by a trio of 11s. 11/11/11 isn't just the day Skyrim came out, it's also the day that D-Brand started their business. Now, why would Casetify include the day that D-Brand was founded on their products? Unless... You see where I'm going with this? Let's take a look at my Galaxy S23 teardown skin. We have the same 11/11/11 around the subscribe ribbon, and the robot Easter egg is also front and center. Would it surprise you to learn that nearly every single Casetify product on my desk right now has at least one of our teardown skin Easter eggs on it? I'm starting to think that Casetify's inside-out product line isn't as authentic as they say it is. D-Brand was first to notice that our Easter eggs were showing up in Casetify products, and we both couldn't figure out why Casetify would create their own version of teardown and painstakingly recreate the Jerry Rig Everything Easter eggs. Unless Casetify didn't recreate the Jerry Rig Everything Easter eggs.
Now, is Cofan a member, or is a member / individual, or is it a application? I'm not tech savvy enough. Same. Actually, same.
And the ones that are left are the ones left behind in their rush to ride the teardown train. To put it another way, maybe Casetify didn't digitally recreate my glass is glass and glass breaks, or D-Brand's pyramid, or the 1111 watt hours on this Pixel 7 Pro. The Pixel 7 Pro actually has 19.25 watt hours of battery capacity, but Casetify wouldn't know that since they probably didn't even take apart a phone to get this image. And if you squint really hard, you can literally see a cut and paste of D-Brand's logo on Casetify's case. I'm starting to think that these Easter eggs are still here because Casetify didn't realize they were transferring over a decade's worth of inside jokes and connections that I have with all of you as they stole the teardown designs. Casetify did attempt to remove some of the more obvious Easter eggs, but that kind of makes it worse. This is Home Alone's skill levels of thievery, and if you haven't watched that movie, I highly recommend it. You might be thinking to yourself,
Oh,
hey, Jerry, why would they do
wait.
this? After all, isn't it a simple scan the device that you print out and slap on a case? It can't be that difficult. To answer that question,
Wait a minute. So you're trying to say that they're trying to make a replica of the case? Yeah, that's kind of iffy.
open the curtain a little bit and let you see behind the scenes. What you're seeing here is a sped up recording of what it looks like to create a teardown skin for the iPhone 15 Pro. We first scanned the phone in ultra-high 2400 DPI resolution, giving us an image up to about 41,000 pixels wide by 30,000 pixels
Funny
wide, enough detail to
Photoshop.
print out on a billboard. Then it takes about 10 hours worth of editing a first draft in Photoshop before producing prototypes, making adjustments, and getting it ready for mass production. Nearly every imperfection gets cleaned up while taking a few creative liberties to spruce up the internals, like undressing the wireless charging pad so its bare copper coils pop better. Not only is it a lot of work, but we put the same level of attention onto every device in the teardown product line. I'm not kidding when I say we put over 10,000 hours into editing alone. Check out these example images, what the device looks like in the initial scan and what it looks like after we are finished with it. It's just as much of a work of art as a realistic representation of the internals. The original images are just like what you'd see in one of my teardown videos, and the polished up image in incredible detail,
Damn.
Easter eggs added, is what you'd get with a teardown skin or on a teardown.
Hours? Shit. God damn. Sounds like plagiarism. It is plagiarism.
It takes a lot of work to make a teardown skin, so I think you can see why we are a little upset that a massive company, whose by their own CEO's admission is worth close to $1 billion, might have just swooped in and copied 10,000 hours worth of work. But there's more. In order for us to confirm
Oh, okay. So they're just franchising off your work.
Perfected teardown skin for Mac.
No one actually knows who Copan is. Fox said he is an unknown hacker. Are you sure you're not Bunny Chan? Whatever. I'm not gonna get anything from that. What Castify did similar to the controversy that happened with Streamlabs, huh? But to respond to the hacker comments, unknown hacker. Sorry, I got unfocused there, but you cannot be unknown because whenever you initially try to hack someone, there's a way to connect to whoever is hacking you, or big quotation marks, whether they're trying to gain certain keys of information out for you, either by trying to go over your cookies, your web cookies, to have access to key logging with your information. And another thing with that too, you can actually know who is actually being trying to hack into your program by just doing a simple configuration. Now, I'm not this tech-heavy person either, but most of the shit I do is self-taught. Honestly, good on church for soon, indeed. But somebody cannot be unknown if you were to actually yeah, whatever. I will be going in circles if I try to explain it, but essentially you will be caught if you do hack into people's shit. It's never at a case where people will tend to not get caught. Where I can just do a simple IP configuration and see who's actually on my computer. And then I can have access to their shit, and I'll be pretty fucking dumb of them to do that. God damn it, to do that. God damn. Do you only know the person that's called Phantom? Sounds like a warp. That actually sounds like a fucking warp. I have to check Discord. Go for it. But that name in general just sounds like a person that cannot be taken seriously.
Books, and on the left is Casetify's Inside Out case for MacBooks. Now, watch as we take the entire chunk of the MacBook teardown and move it over to Casetify's product. You might be surprised to notice how perfectly they match up. Or, considering everything you've seen up to this point, maybe you aren't surprised anymore. We're going to flip between Casetify's image and the one we just made with our teardown skin. We did this for every single one of Casetify's Inside Out products, and sure enough, every single one failed our plagiarism test. Literally all of these Casetify designs you're looking at, from Pixel to Samsung, weren't made by Casetify independently taking apart devices and digitally reconstructing their internals. They were made from our teardown designs. And to add insult to injury, if you look at Casetify's website and check out my Galaxy Z Fold 4 case, it looks just like a normal ripoff. But if we zoom in, we notice a random extra camera lens at the top of the picture, a portion of a fourth circle. Turns out it's not just a random camera lens, it's literally the camera from our teardown product image on our product page. So not only did Casetify steal our teardown products, but we also think they didn't have the decency to buy them first and scan the real thing. It appears as if they went to our teardown product page, right-click the image.
I'll say there's more into this video. Probably not. No. Okay. Well, that's an additional part. Let's watch Charlie's video now. because that's always fun to look at. I haven't even watched this content for like, let's say a week. I haven't even watched a single Charlie video for a week now, which is actually pretty funny.
All right, let's read about this Casetify stuff. D-Brand is suing Casetify for ripping off its teardown designs.
Oh, this is just
D-Brand's
Charlie
claim-
just covering the shit. If it is, I'm not watching it. Oh, it goes to the tweets. Okay. This I can actually look at.
Creator Zach Jerry Rig, I'm assuming that's Jerry Rig everything. This tagline does not exist on the internal hardware of any smartphone, yet somehow appears on Casetify's product. They even have it lower resolution, so what must have happened is they just downloaded a JPEG of this and then like downloaded it 50 other times while like trying to fabricate it, and the compression just got fucked. So they got like the lowest quality JPEG of this that they put on their stuff. So there's another Easter egg that happens to be on their work. And another one, Exhibit B.
So the tactics that they use when it comes to Easter eggs like this can work in pirated game when it comes to pirating games as well. Like when the extension code I know I'm gonna get this absolutely fucking wrong or the terminology of it wrong, but a certain bit of coding has to fit in with the game, and initially when you pirate a game or everything in its coding or modeling designs, when you buy the legitimate version of the game, there's a back panel for coding when it comes to Easter egg, and then you try to initiate that by when you try to copy the game. If it fails the sobriety coding of that game, it will boot you off from playing the game completely. They're only known as the person that's confident him. I have to check on Discord. No clue at all. Absolutely fucking no clue. Their name sounds like a fucking LARP. I'm not gonna lie. But no, I'm not gonna watch the video because it's Charlie looking at some random tweets and shit. Can I copy and paste a DM? What? Case if I be like, let me copy your homework and take credit for everything. No. If Caseify were to be, excuse me, if Caseify were to be a high school stereotype, right? He'll always be the one nerd kid that tries to patronize people by doing their homework for a simple amount of money, but then tries to wager is the better word here. Wager instead of bets of doing the homework in their own very eyes. And then copy every single answer, and then as it turns out, the answers are completely wrong. And they basically don't get an A+ that they tried to grasp for, which is initially a scam. They got finessed very hard. They got gaslit to believing they will have a good good grade on that. Absolutely fucking finessed. The innovative controversy was the round phone case designs in 2023, but here we are. I mean, worst scenarios actually did happen though, if you kind of think about it, right? During the pandemic, more and more people, when it comes to speedrunning games, have been outed for cheating more times than what has initially occurred before and after the pandemic. So that could be a good factor to that too, if you kind of think about it. But to respond to this, I guess I don't see a reason as to why you want to. But hey, free platform. Who cares? Also, are you actually in Fox Mafia? Because something is not adding up to you whatsoever. Because then you question me on how I feel about commentary, and then ask if I hang out with Cass. Cindy66. Cass said they only know the guy that has the info and co-phantom. And if he goes public with the info, he is ruined. He will be an issue for us, unlike Lio. No, I left long ago. Co-Phantom, it sounds like a complete fucking warp, though. If Cass is that fucking scared, I'll watch the fire from the side. Fair enough. I mean, you can join in the call if you want to. I can send you a Streamlabs invite if you want to talk about it. So that way I can actually provide questions about this too. Here's their PR response. Let me get to that. Hold on. Excuse me. Actually, should I just send the Streamlabs into chat? I don't know how this is gonna work out if I can't invite you in. But if you want to be invited, just let me know. And I'll try to get you on. But to cover this tweet here, let's see what we have here. Casetify. All right. Casetify has always been a bastion of our originality. We're not copying and thieving right now, and we hold pride in that. I'm totally not thieving from this first line of sentencing there. We are currently investigating the copyright allegation against us. We have immediately removed the designs in question from all platforms. We are also investigating a DDoS attack that disrupted our website when the allegation surfaced. All systems are back to normal now. All customer information is safe. Thank you for your patience and support during this challenging time. Sounds like a complete fucking cope in my eyes, if I'm gonna be very honest there. Like, hello, some kid. It's been a while since I seen you, actually. How you doing? You know what's you know what? I'm gonna check the medical forms. Yeah, nothing new. Okay. Kissify. Let's check the other tweet. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Come on. No way. Hold on. God damn it. Not again. They did an oopsie this time. I guess Best Buy doesn't count. Oh my fucking god. It's just a little silly it's a silly allegation. I totally didn't add that to anywhere. I did an oopsie daisy. Oh my fucking god, not the second time either. God fucking damn it, dude. Like, God, that's so very horrific. Being caught in 4K again? No way. Ass flash? No way. Newsflash? Newsflash, they're pulling a cast? No way. Oh my goodness gracious. Good fucking grief, dude. God fucking damn it. What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit, dude? Like, come on. That's absolutely abysmal. PM, they said code fee is tied to nerve somehow, which is difficult now, but nothing proves it yet, but also that's tied to someone by Weasel, but they have no proof and can't find any. Either way, I don't care. I don't fucking care. If I'm being targeted, I really could give less of a shit, dude. The only thing that's gonna irritate me is if the person confronted me IRL. We're gonna do punch me through the screen. Case 5 got caught with their pants down and are full on damage control. Nope, they're just blindfolded. You gotta annihilate them. You gotta get them sympathy on the internet. Don't patronize our content. No. We're just doing it for charity work. I love patronizing and stealing people's money from babies, especially if they're in a cradle unsupervised. I love stealing candy from a little kid and then punching them into the sidewalk of the streets. That's the life I want to live in, baby. Shoutouts to Quaffify for patronizing the money out of small children. No, I'm kidding. Shit, dude. Actually, that's fucked. Unbelievable, dude. That's actually bliss. Okay. But to show this comment here, the copy is tied to nerve somehow, which is empty cult now, but nothing proves it yet. I don't know what this person is at all. So if Cass is actually stalking me right now, Cass, buddy, you probably have a good chance of having my docs. And if you do, I don't care if you use it against me. Because guess what? I'm not scared. You're a pathetic weasel trying to fucking use that as a fucking weapon. Even though you claim to be toxin against yourself. Cass is stalking you? I won't necessarily say so. That's just an assumption on my end. But if it is not a case where it is actually him stalking me, these hands don't talk, boy. That's all I'm gonna say. Guns don't talk either, but that's the point. No. Anyway. Sorry, I got off topic. Shit. I have no clue who the fuck Code Phantom is, and if it's someone who changed their name to that, that's a complete fucking warp, and I most likely don't even know who that person is at all, or if they're bad faith for me or Cass. I really couldn't care less of a shit. Who is Weasel though? I actually got it connected to Weasel from a different friend of mine. After I initially talked to them. But that's going to be keeping to myself only. But Weasel is just a small commentator that exposes degenerate people. If you look at him in the public light. Pretty cool dude overall, though. I actually like the dude. Okay. Shall I check? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna show this bit because I feel petty. Muda Heart uploaded an update video on the Captainist charity. Don't tell me it gets worse from there. Don't tell me the situation gets worse. Because if so, that's actually going to be fucking funny if I kind of think about it. Unfortunately, it gets much. Oh my god! Come on, silly lab tricks are not for kids. Sorry, I had to say that. Got to show this percent. Share screen. Not swatting. Not this. Streamlabs. There we go. Found it.
Gals, me Mutahar, and today we're gonna do a little update video. Now, about a week ago, I made a video in regards to the completionist and a possible charity situation where $655,000 has not been donated to as of today. Now, as of me filming this video right now, there's been no actual statement from the completionist, from anybody associated with the Open Hand Foundation. It's been almost a week, and let's just say it's a little bit irregular, but not really. Let me get into exactly what it is. So to give you a recap of the
Oh boy,
situation,
here we
Carl
go.
Jobst looked into the Open Hand Foundation, specifically their IRS tax filings, and we came to a finding, a very large discrepancy, where $0 was donated to charities, despite statements being made throughout the year's various Indie Land fundraising drives.
That raises money for dementia research and treatment for organizations all over the world. We're soon going to be partnering up with the Alzheimer's Association, currently working with the University of San Francisco, and we're kind of one of their main funding support partners going into all of this.
An event that was ran by Gerard, the completionist, where money was raised by fans, by industry veterans, by big companies, small and large donations. And unfortunately, none of it seemed to actually make its way towards any of these charities, the benefactors that the Open Hand Foundation listed on their website, or the few organizations that Gerard had explicitly mentioned in his various Indie Land streams. So to give you an idea of it, ladies and gentlemen, I want to give you an update of exactly what's happened, some of the new findings, and a bit of a response to some of the criticism me and Carl had received in our initial videos that dropped about a week ago. So to give you an idea, I'm going to flashbang.
Here we go again, boys.
That were a little bit angry.
More fraudulent behavior.
Out that me and Carl looked into this in the first place. One of them is from Pro Jared. You might recognize Pro Jared from his own controversy several years ago.
Actually, you know what?
But Jared decided to butt into this and provide his.
I'm going to change my name. If I can even do that. Hold on. Leave studio. There we go. I changed my name. I had to. I had to do that. Okay, it doesn't show anything. That's nice, actually. Evil internet gangster. I had to. It's my arch nemesis, the evil internet gangster. Yes. I had to, dude, because the legitimacy behind those DMs posted by Hento or whatever your name is. Sorry if I am mispronouncing your name. Makes me more sound like an internet gangster. If we cannot comprehend the warpedness by Cass, I might as well do that too, baby. I gotta get into the same level as Cass. But continue, I'm sorry.
Logical, sage advice. Pro Jared says, this is horseshit. They're both making a lot of assumptions and accusations without being able to actually prove anything. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The
the-
problem with
yep.
that, Pro Jared, is we looked at publicly filed statements and documents from the Internal Revenue Service of the United States. Also, we had Gerard on a call. But see, Pro Jared wouldn't know that because he never watched the videos. In the statement, he says, almost like
Yep.
they're presenting the worst and trying to get views off
I
it.
actually
Dog,
did caught
I'm a
the
larger-
long top. I actually did caught on by Mr. Gamer with this too. He tweeted the tweet live, and I feel like he's gonna be saying that right about now.
channel than the completionist. If anything, I'm fine getting views no matter what I upload. They didn't bother trying to reach out to Gerard about it. No due diligence. If Pro Jared stopped playing RPGs and watched my video for at least 10 minutes, he would realize that yes, I am in fact talking to Gerard the completionist. One of the most important parts about this story was the call we had with the completionist and getting Gerard's side of this story. Now, here I want to answer two questions. Question number one, why did we look into this in the first place? There was a few people that asked in my mentions on the YouTube comments for that video and generally all over Reddit as to why me and Carl even looked into this charity in the first place. To give you the most the baseline answer here, Carl was tipped off about it. Carl looped me into the situation, and that's why we looked in. On my channel, you can email me, you can hit me up on Twitter DMs and give me a tip off for any weird, shady shenanigan you find in YouTube. Normally, I look through almost all of them, and most of them aren't really worth looking into because it's usually just a jilted fan. When Carl looped me in about The Completionist, a YouTuber that I respected, we looked into the IRS filings, and the reason we covered this video is once we found these massive discrepancies, it was no longer a matter of let's make this video for, again, content. It's make this video out of a sake of ethical concern. So again, that's the very simple answer to that first question. The other question that was
Whoa,
basically being
spooky.
asked around is, did you catch
Skilly.
Gerard off the call? How did you even organize this call to begin with? And
I'm gonna
for
speed
our
up this.
record's sake,
This
I
is
want
actually
to show
kind
you
of
guys that we did our
frustrating.
best diligence in this. Now, once Carl had sent his letter out to Open Hand Foundation with his first and last name, clearly the red alerts were sent up all over the Open Hand Foundation, the Completionist, and Gerard's family. They knew that Carl was looking into it. Now, on November 10th, 2023, I had hit up Gerard and asked him, hey man, this is over Twitter DMs, I was wondering if you'd be free for a call today. We got tipped off about a discrepancy with your guys' charity, Open Hand Foundation. Just wanted to run some of the public documents with you and get your side of the story. Doing due diligence here. Now, Gerard responded to me a couple hours later and said, yeah, man, of course. I figured this was going to come up sooner rather than later, and that something huge was coming. It's been building the last couple of days, obviously when Carl had sent his inquiry and they had their back and forth with Jacques. I'm in the middle of meetings for the next hour or so. Would you give me a couple hours? So obviously, I realized at this point, maybe this was never going to happen. Clearly, when I heard the words, they're in the middle of meetings, I thought that Gerard was probably talking to a lawyer. And lawyers will tell you to shut the fuck up, no matter what. So at this moment in time, I kind of gave up and didn't really think that I was going to get any response. Of course, Gerard gave me his Discord information, and I said, okay, sweet, I sent you a request. Let me know when you're good to call. I need a couple hours here myself, too. I was stuck in the office myself, so again, there was no catching anybody off guard. He knew what the call was about, and he had several hours to prepare with his team to give us a proper, logical, thought-out answer. So obviously, later that evening, you listened to the call that we obviously played on our videos. So again, that answers the second question as well. I saw a few people talking about this and saying that maybe we caught him off guard and he didn't know anything. He had a few hours to prepare. He had a whole meeting with his team, and that's pretty much how it came out to. The happenings of that call played out the way that they did, of course, after preparation. Again, I didn't expect this call to happen because I thought lawyers would come in. Now, a bit of the other criticism that we had over here was when Dexerto, unfortunately, made a pretty damning headline. So Dexerto, on the day of us releasing the video, said YouTuber The Completionist is being called out for allegedly pocketing charity funds. Under this post from Dexerto was mine and Carl's videos. Now, nowhere in our videos did we ever say that the money was being pocketed. The money just existed in the bank accounts for the charity as according to the filings. And clearly, according to the filings, $0 was donated into these charities. So again, nothing that me and Carl said was, I guess, factually incorrect according to the statements. Dexerto made a pretty shitty headline. Now, in Dexerto's credit, they removed
Yeah, it
it,
is a
amended it,
shitty
and even
headline,
above their heads
but it's
contacted me and
whatever.
told me they fucked up. So again, I got to give
Well,
them
that's
some level of
journalism
respect
for
where
you.
respect is due. But again, this tainted the well pretty bad. So again, other creator says, I didn't watch the full videos of accusations, but like, why is this stuff even public? Because the tax filings are public, you idiot. Like they even tried
They are
contradicting
public.
first. Again, why even throw your fucking hat into the ring if you haven't watched the videos? If you watched 10 minutes, not even the whole
You can look at
video,
it in the
you would
fucking
realize,
IRS,
yes, I did
dude.
my
Come
due
on.
diligence. Me and Carl did. So again, another
So
creator says,
goose.
wild drama. Didn't expect to get involved in one. This isn't drama. One other creator says, this is unethical, immoral, and potentially illegal activity. That's not drama. See, this is an adult responding. So again, here's another genius. It looks like a couple of YouTubers looking to gain some sort of fame. Bro, my channel is magnitudes larger. What fame am I looking for? Again, this isn't a dick measuring contest. It's just simply destroying your fallacy. There have been several times when charitable money was
It's
donated
destroying
to organizations,
fallacy,
and they did move it to
indeed.
something else. I trust Gerard. Again, this wouldn't be a story had these statements been properly made. My personal
You
favorite.
know what I hate about people trying to make that argument though, when it comes to the dick measuring contest. Sorry. They think members mean more than anything in the world, without getting a proper highline of what criticism or being evaluated is. They don't give a fuck about that. Because at most, people who do care about members expect their audience to do the work for them. Which is pretty popular when it comes to the furry community. I told my friend I asked you, and they said it must be the other guy. Again, you're free to talk to me in the call if you want to talk. I couldn't really care about who you are, but I know this is a burner account. You cannot VC. Alright, whatever. Not too big of a deal. But I know this is a burner account, and if you don't mind telling me who you are, then it's whatever. Because the alignment of questioning kind of aligns to you in a way. And people don't notice that. But it's a big catch-ya on people who do question on that. But I'm more than just curious, if I gotta be frank. Jared astronomically fucked up. Well, I'll figure that out soon.
It is incredibly depressing that over the last few years, we ping-ponged from no YouTuber is ever held accountable ever to knockoff Keemstar found some weird paperwork. Better cancel Gerard's entire bloodline. Yeah, I guess to this idiot, that weird paperwork is an actual IRS filing. Again, please enter the real world. Please become a fucking adult. That's all I ask, okay? Simple as put out. Now, I'm going to respond to some pretty accurate criticism. This was posted by an account known as The Little Woolly. Now, this was shared around a lot, and this is actually the account of an individual that claims to work as an accountant for a nonprofit 501c3 organization.
Cyberpunk gameplay in the background.
With, I guess, an additional 2
see
years
that?
in the accounting profession. I'm not here to, disprove or question anybody's credentials. I'm going to take his word for it, okay? It is what it is. So he says he looks at the situation. He says the Open Hand Foundation is a small, family-run foundation, and while having $600,000 in the bank is quite a bit of money, in reality, it's a tiny amount in the grand scheme of things. So while yes, they should have probably sent the money off to be used for research after years of collecting the money, it seems to be based on Gerard was saying in the videos that not only were they wanting to find the right organization to give the money to, that they wanted to make sure the money is actually used for dementia research. Which yes, Gerard said they wanted to, I guess, evaluate the right, partner. And that's even what they wrote in their statement. They wanted to make sure their money was actually sent to the right place. Had this been proper public knowledge on the Indieland website, the Open Hand Foundation website, and those streams, this wouldn't even be a video. Had people just known their money was being stockpiled rather than, being told that, yes, we're raising money for dementia research and we're working with so and so. So again, the response here is, this is where I have a few issues with Mudahar's video. Why not just donate it? Organizations ask for as little as $35. Yes, I said that. So this person enlightens, and this is actually good information. For a general unrestricted donation, from the sounds of it, Open Hand would really like the money to be focused on a specific purpose. Or as we would say, they want their donation to be restricted. Now, for a smaller nonprofit, like where I work, we take in a lot of small amounts for restricted causes, such as use in a specific program to buy certain items. Larger national or multinational organizations like the Alzheimer's Association are too big to track those tiny donations. As Gerard says, the money would go to waste. And if you want your money to not just go into the hands of a CEO or other administrative costs, you want to see some tracking of your money going to work for the desired cause. So he also says you can't pin the money still being there on Gerard. He has only one vote in a foundation with other members of his family. That is true. But we'll get to this in a little bit. So yes, it's true. I learned about unrestricted and restricted donations. Now, according to Investopedia, restricted donations, when a donor determines, typically fund designation is specified in writing in what is termed the gift instrument. Foundations that provide restricted funds often describe how they want their money allocated when they distribute the award. Nonprofit organizations can avoid confusion about how they intend to spend the donor's fund by offering a choice of designation. A cancer research nonprofit, for instance, could give donors a choice to allocate their funds to any one of breast, skin, or brain cancer clinical trials. So again, while this could very much be true, let's go further into this actual breakdown. Why wouldn't they just donate, XXX instead of just 35? Come on, Mudahar! Can't you think of any organization, nonprofit and or for-profit, that would refuse to make your money their money? They'll gladly take your 35
Oh my
and use it how they see fit, which may be to add it to the CEO's salary. Which is fine, right? Like, obviously, I get it. They want to build a large enough money where they can restrict it and make sure that a CEO doesn't get it. But again, this should have been relayed. So again, he also comes up and tells us about the IRS filings where he discusses that the signatures, Carl actually focused how some filings didn't have signatures. And I would have to imagine personally, my involvement with the IRS, CRA, and all these organizations, electronic signatures sometimes don't show up in public filings. I don't know if it's a privacy complaint or something of that nature.
Oh my
that's
God.
the logical response I can think about it. If you don't have a signature, I think that's like an immediate audit, okay? But again, I'm not a CPA. So again, please make sure to talk to a CPA. This is just what I've heard relayed from accountants that I've spoken to. The filings for Open Hand are very bare bones, but you should blame that on the CPA firm that made them. They could have easily broken the expenses down to specifics, but because of how small Open Hands is and how little in donations they bring in on a yearly basis, there's probably no regulation saying that the firm had to get specific. If the government wanted to look into this, I'm sure all the paperwork for things like lawyer fees, accounting fees, filing fees, insurance, costs, etc. are there, and the CPA firm has probably seen all of them. So again, yeah, he says the drama seems a bit overblown. What Little Wooly fails to exactly go into it is how Gerard claimed in our own interview that he had all this money, right, sitting in the account, and he knew about this since at least 2022. In the video, he said 2021, but I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt to Gerard, and I'm just going to let you listen and say that he mentioned 2022. So, irregardless, I'm going to show you a clip after you heard this call once again that doesn't really make it better.
I knew it was sitting there at a certain point, and that's what made me proactively go about it. Like,
do you know when that point was?
I was made aware in 2021 when the money hadn't moved yet, and that's what made me go, that's not fucking cool. And that's when I got personally involved to move it. And
did anyone
2021 last year, 2022?
Yeah. Did anyone tell you that the money was going somewhere before then? Were you being misled?
No. No one told me anything. I assumed that it was all going to a charity, and I assumed it correctly.
So now that Gerard has said that he was notified about this since, like, I guess 2021, 2022, listen to this podcast that Gerard was on November 4th, 2023 this year. So this is the Friends Per Second podcast, episode 33. This is up on SkillUp's channel. I want to also stress for the record, none of these people have anything to do with this. They actually made a really good response to this situation in their most recent podcast episode, but I'm going to play this clip, and it's pretty damning. Listen to this.
Do our own version of that every year and kind of make it a cool celebration of games and raise money for a charity. And so he was like, I wish we had a charity that we could donate to. And I was like, oh, I run my own charity called the Open Hand Foundation, and all the money that we aggregate. I started it when I was a young boy with my dad in honor of my mom who had dementia. And so we just every year we try to raise as much money as possible, and then we go work with Alzheimer's Association of America, University of San Francisco, Association for FTD, which is what my mom had, FTD. So we've like worked with big and small organizations across the board. And he was like, it'd be really cool if we did a show all about raising money for people who are making huge headways in dementia research and prevention and all that stuff. And I said, yeah, I'd love to. We have the organization to do it. We just need to come up with a theme. And so I literally am about to like donate all this money today and prior to that, earlier this week and the week before. And I've just been sitting here crippled trying to figure out the best way to handle this, because I felt like if I donated the money the minute you guys emailed me, it'd be a situation of, well, he's trying to hide it and he's admitting guilt by doing that. And I never felt that way.
What?
But I understand completely that
What the
you guys
fuck?
could easily argue that, and it would just make me look more like a scumbag. And you know, I just wanted, you know, I wanted to do right by you guys.
Oh my
You guys let me
god.
know, and I said, please tell us about benefactors. That was genuine because I haven't found a benefactor that I'm completely happy with, and I want to make sure that this money goes to a good cause in honor of my mom. And I'm upset that the conversations I've had haven't gone the way that I wanted. And I'm willing at this point to just donate the money to whoever. I want it to go in the right spot.
Now again,
What
like,
money?
with full context, okay, I extended that to make sure that people can
What?
realize
Where's
that in
the
this
money,
I mentioned
Jack?
specific charity names. Now remember back to the definition of charity fraud that we talked about. It's
God
pretty
damn
fucked
it.
up when behind
God damn it, Arthur. Where's the fucking money? we need the money. Jesus fucking Christ. He sounds like a actual fucking dipshit. I don't know where the actual money is. I most likely put it on one of my local gas stations for me to analyze research for dementia. I pay a homeless man $2 from the charity stream to find out what dementia is. And he told me it's a world of things. And then he gave me crystal meth. And now I'm gonna hit the joint.
the scenes, you're telling us that you're still evaluating charities. You're asking us which charities to work with, while conversely, actually mentioning them by name publicly in live streams less than
The
14 days
backpedaling
this
is
point.
actually
Ladies and
say
gentlemen,
no.
this gets into some serious false statements. And again, I could imagine what the government of the United States or the state of California would think about this situation. Again, this is very, very, very damning shit to witness. And again, that call Gerard had with us probably was one of the dumbest decisions he could have made, because in that call, he confirmed with us that the money was in the account. And again, we took his word for it.
But the important thing is that all the money is still in the account. None of it's spent erroneously. It's all above board. Like it's not hiding in a Cayman account or anything like that.
Again, I am believing Gerard at his word at that time, and I'm looking at the tax filings. If they claim to have $655,000 in an account, then just donate it. The fact that these guys have not made a statement yet, and again, I get it. This is an issue of criminality. Obviously, lawyers are going to be betting everything that you say. But I think when you tell me and Carl that you have the money sitting in the account, then you should at least show a bank statement. Show a bank statement as soon as you can that verifies the account is still, filled with that cash, and then donate, right? What's really fucked up in the situation is even if the account has that money, over the years, through inflation, it has lost its buying power. And because of that, that money has less of an effect than had it been donated in the years that it was raised. That's the real problem with the situation. It's not even just that the money is sitting there. It's that as it continues to sit there, from all we know, it's just losing its value. Again, the important question is, can we even see if the money is still in the account? All we have is to go off of Gerard's
Is it?
word,
No,
which,
hold on.
unfortunately, because
Is
of the
it
statement,
the U.S. currency, the world dominator of all currency, though? Because money doesn't necessarily decrease. The only thing that is going to be inflating is the prices, since USD is the world combination. And if we compare that to euros or any kind of international currency, whatever, the wording of it just throws me off. Sorry.
he is not a truthful individual as far as my opinion is considered. Beyond that, according to their tax filings, yes, I'm going to look at them and say they probably have the money in the account. But the tax filing is not a bank statement. So we don't even know yet, all right? And I think that's kind of safe to say. Right now, the question is the money there? If it's there and show people that, yes, the money is there, we're going to be doing an accurate accounting and just donate it to the parties that we claim to be donating to. At the end of the day, that's really the best possible ending to this scenario. Look, like I said in my previous video, at best, this is severely gross negligence. And even then, that doesn't protect you criminally. And at worst, if the money isn't there, we are getting into a serious illegal situation. And I kind of wish that the people who were complaining about the story would have actually seen this, right? Again, one of the responses was, again, to that Little Wooly post, this is where my mind is at. Considering Gerard is always having his ass out for communities, charities, and developers, where the others two, me and Carl, are just drama sensationalist YouTubers. Again, I'm sorry that your brain cells are so cooked that you think possible criminal action is just drama, when it's really not. This is a matter of ethics. This is a matter of people being defrauded, potentially, allegedly, and it should be rectified as soon as possible. Even Little Wooly said, yes, I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit on some of the more common responses. They held the money for 10 years. Agree. Not a good look. Would have been better to publicly disclose that info. That's literally what me and Carl said. As I said in the replies, name-dropping Ords is a bit weird when the money hasn't exchanged hands, although I hope my guess of large restricted donations is what is actually being planned. Again, this is just him being hopeful that these are large restricted donations. And again, the original post is just my guess based on my professional experience and what I've seen or heard in these videos. I could be completely wrong, but I hope I'm onto something. Again, Little Wooly is also speculating in the situation. And yeah, I appreciate his actual response into the situation. I do wish that he also addressed those misleading statements. Now, even Gerard said he has a paper trail of all of his communication with these organizations, which I would love to see. I hope these get published in due time. Obviously, lawyers are going to have to check all of his statements before they ever go live. So at the behest of making this video longer than previous, I looked further into the Open Hand Foundation, and obviously there was another event that was running the situation, PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge, which is a golf challenge that, of course, these guys were running for quite a long time. Now, this entire PBD West Convenience Cup Challenge had its own set of sponsorships. So
popped
as a
my
company,
back.
you could give them up to $10,000
That felt
to
very
get your
good.
company name
To
featured
be
on this
honest,
golf tournament. There are photos
goddamn.
from their actual golf tournament, which showcases that some brands like Monster Energies, Rise Coca-Cola Bottling, Keurig Dr. Pepper, Pepsi, Core-Mark, a lot of these big brands are showing up in this situation. And again, even their own brand, also PBD West, shows up as well. So again, with these big brands like First Citizen Bank, I really hope they realize what they're getting into, where their money is going to. Because according to their own website right here, you write a check to the Open Hand Foundation. So alongside Indieland, it's this golf tournament that's also raising money as well. So there are a lot of parties that deserve actual answers that go beyond just gaming. The PBD West myself, this company, and in their success page, what I found really hilarious here was apparently...
Oh
they
boy,
work with
more
Monster
discovery
Energy,
time.
right? Now, off the top, this doesn't seem like a massive deal, but if you look closely, they mentioned this happened in 1998. What's insane about Monster Energy is it was actually introduced in April 18, 2002. And again, you can look at this by their trademark.
Bruh,
Right here. You can
what?
see, according to Monster Energy, the
Are
first use
you
in-commerce date was literally
kidding?
2002. I think it was April of 18th April of that year. So they could have waited 2 days to make it base. But generally, the idea here is, again, it's hard to believe if they partnered with a company literally before, I guess, they were ever really known to the public. Maybe they had a
Bruh,
time
are
limit,
you
but the more I looked into
kidding?
it, the weirder this website got. But again, this is not necessarily pertinent to the charity. It's just one of these things that is stuck into my head, again, as I looked into it. So one weird discrepancy we also found recently was on the Alzheimer's Association. They actually had a blog that was talking about the completionist and how he shared the story of his mom and this foundation. And its blog post has actually just been removed. All right, literally, if you take the actual link off of Wayback Machine, put it into a web browser, you'll find out that, yeah, apparently even these charities are cutting their connections or ties publicly on their blogs, which doesn't really bode well. So I went further into this situation and looked into the state of California's Department of Justice charity lookup. So again, you can do this for yourself. Going through this link, rct.doj.california.gov, verification web search.aspx, facility equals Y. Yes, I'm going to spell the whole thing out. So even the 11-year-olds who were criticizing our video initially can go down this breadcrumb trail with us, okay? Yeah.
11-year-olds, damn.
Now in this situation, you can type the
Well, so
Open
I
Hand Foundation,
I'm
and you'll find
I'm
three
out of
versions
here.
Open Hand. We're going to go to the
No,
one
I'm
that's
kidding.
currently registered. So opening that one up, it'll give you details of this organization.
Yeah, that
And
blog
it'll also
post
give
is
you their various
weird. Yeah,
documents as well. Inside their documents,
That's
I looked through the founding
fucked.
papers, and in the founding papers, it was actually pretty noticeable where we found out in page 12, where it actually talks about, who's in the leadership. So for instance, Kaylee Khalil, the director, the only one to get, I guess, $1,000 in compensation, which again, isn't that much. I assume that's for a formality's sake. So inside here it says Magdalene Ibrahim plans to marry Charles Khalil. So I assume Magdalene is the new wife of Charles, obviously, as the statement has written. And in this, you can see that Gerard, Khalil, Magdalene, Jacques, Layla, Charles are listed as basically the directors of this operation. So in contrast to the original IRS documents, the California versions showcase they actually do work hours. So Gerard works 40 hours on this. And here, Gerard is providing marketing and promotion, which obviously he's doing through Indieland. And he's also evaluating charities to donate to and consider fundraising activities. So according to this filing, Gerard is taking an active approach in looking for charities as well, too. And being a director, he obviously has to know what's going on in this organization. See, he was told that the money was still sitting in the account, but that's me being very charitable. Again, I run businesses too, and being the director of my businesses, I know pretty much generally what's going on in all of them. I have to. Legally, I need to. But the point I'm trying to make is being the director of an organization, a charity that is built on your dead mother's name, you should have at least a rough idea of what's going on. You can't just throw money into it and just pretend that it's gone. Take your siblings' word for it, okay? You should probably be looking into it at least every year as you're filing your taxes. I get that Gerard is a busy guy. I'm a busy guy too. But you all take time out of your day during tax season to check all of your, to dot your I's and cross your T's. So, of course, some people have more
Good
control over this,
God.
like Magdalene Ibrahim, who apparently has 200 average hours worked at the company, which, again, annually, that's not much at all, but they're the treasurer, management, and administration. So, again, this seems like the person that has the most control over this operation, and I guess by definition, Charles. But Gerard should have some say, especially given that he is the face of this operation, especially through Indieland. One thing that I also looked through with their California filings that I guess I want to mention is, while in their actual 2022 filings, they mention how their book value is $655,520. Now, some people have said, could they have been skimming off interest? Again, this is in a cash, non-interest bearing line, which means that they don't have a savings account. They literally had no investments, no savings to offset the loss that they would get from inflation. Again, some charities do it, but this isn't really that much money for them to be thinking about investments, at least from my personal perspective. Now, in this statement, they said that the fair market value was $0. Dog, how can you have $655,000 in US currency and then say the fair market value is zero? That makes no sense. Again, the way that this is filed, I feel like the accountant over here just did not give a shit. Now, one of the things that I wanted to make a point of this is, do you want justice to be delivered? So I'm going to teach you guys how to report this properly. Now, obviously...
And good video though. Yeah, that's phenomenal to fake out a blog post from somebody and then it gets wiped off and then try to branch out as Monster Energy Drink being a sponsor too. Kind of just defeats the purpose of the charity as a whole. Like faking sponsors and shit. Actually abysmal. But I'm guessing the burner account question has been erased. Anyways, I want to show something that has been in my mind since they're probably gone. And I don't feel like drawing too much attention to this individual, but fuck it. If Jayard ever responds, he has a lot of explaining to do. Absolutely. He anonymously fucked up big time. A massive fucking walking L. But no, I'm gonna actually watch the video a bit. See if it's actually yeah, might as well. Alright. Allow me to introduce you to one of the people that has been spurging at me in Medicare forums just because I want to add my bit to a certain individual who has been in my high heels for a while now. Let me actually pop up the site real quick. Yeah, we're live anyway. Might as well show it, I guess. Share screen. Medicare forms. I'm probably gonna have to zoom in during this. Since yeah, I have to. Okay. That's fine. But I actually walked on not too long ago from the initial stream. But this individual that I have been keeping an eye on as of recently has been let's say very cordial. And as you can see, I did make my initial response about this individual. I did have history with when it comes to around the age of me having my old Discord server back in the day, when I basically had a call with them and they tried to yap about their therapy session or storyline, whatever the fuck. And I was like, you know what? I might as well add my own bit about them. And they took their time to respond. And I might as well cover them a bit since I have nothing else better to do. was the Medicare forums. It's a forum website. It's a rip-off Kiwi Farms thread shit. It's basically a rip-off of Kiwi Farms, which is a website owned by Medicare Fanbot, and the forum only got popular because of Cass trying to use it as a potential way to boost his credibility, but it didn't end well for him. But now the website is dead. But besides the point, Bunny Chan, as I like to call this person, hey, Mr. Kit, you do know the reason I blocked you was because you used people you never wanted truth. You want to use people for your selfish game. We all know that you will lie your way out of anything, and you'll definitely know what you did. You were talking to Wyatt with using people behind the scenes. Funny enough, I actually hate Lyle. The last time I even contacted him was June. And I don't even plan to contact him again. But whatever. And of course, double posting here. We all know what you did. Even Gilded side right for you. Well, one, I don't give a fuck about what Gilded thinks of me. I really could have given less of a shit. Two, who cares if people know? Because most likely they're misguided as fuck when it comes to the situation. And if they have the problem with me, they could just confess. But most of them don't even do that. Or even go out the bare minimum to talk in YouTube chat. But it's whatever. It's funny you claim to be investigator. You claim to be investigators, but use people around you. I never call myself an investigator. But whatever. Next page. First another post. Maybe I don't care. Responding to Cable. Maybe I don't care. I don't play optics. I get results. Which is kind of contradicting to your own statement. When you made a claim about me calling myself an investigator, but I am not. Or I haven't called myself an investigator, but then said, oh, I gotta warp as me gain results. And then, of course, we get our tweet, attacking Gilded Poo. Sorry, North, you're not getting away with what you did to people. Next time, get alive and choose who you fuck with wisely. Well, we will see this video eventually. Maybe I will be trembling on my feet once I watch this video. I'm gonna be shivering in my own blanket. I'm really gonna shit my pants. I'm so fucking scared right now. I can't even I can't even click the video. Oh, they're gonna IP grab me like near. That's a joke, by the way. Don't take that for granted. Anyways, let's see this tweet here. Going by their name, Buddy Chan, which has a history of being schizophrenic. And now the context of why I'm covering this person is because they are desperate for any sort of some kind of grasp at straws, kind of. So it would be fair for me to live react to this. I wanted to check halfway through to see if this is appropriate to even watch while I'm streaming. And as it seems in the video, it kind of is. So, since she wants to be optic cancer, I might as well just check. But enough of that. Let's get right to it. Your 52-second video, which is really scaly. I don't know how I can recover from that, if I'm going to be honest. Who am I? I am the evil gangster of the internet. But let's continue.
So I apologize for the background noise, but
Background. Sorry, I had to say that.
I need to make this real quick because it does seem like it needs to be said. If you don't know who North is, he used to be a YouTuber during this whole drama, but was out.
What trauma? I know I'm gonna sound like a smartass during this, but when you want to make videos on people specifically, this is my criticism on that. So just take it as granted. If you want to make a video on someone, you gotta have to explain what sort of cues of trauma there is. Because it could be anything during this whole trauma fest. Like, I have been involved in 2020, 2021, and so forth. And not for the right reasons either. That are nothing related to this whatsoever. I have 3 constant years of drama that I can be covered on. 3 fucking constant dramas. None of which are involved with Fox Mafia, but the point I'm making here is you gotta at least describe or lead on to what trauma it is. Because I'm not gonna cover your ass for you for that. We are already like 16 seconds into the video too. Bad start, to be honest.
Because he was caught using people.
I should probably let this play out and let them explain that.
North, who was in contact with Lio the whole time, used Fursky and others to play his selfish game, and what I also found in
Source evidence required. Because I already have explained the Fursky shit as well as Lio, and I don't even have contact to Lio, nor do I want to engage with him at all. And like I said previously, I only contacted him during June. Bursting Hanto. But again, I'm still free to call if you want to call. Continue.
interesting is that Mr. North had Neo in his actual server. It was
Source evidence required. Neil was never in my server at all. She didn't even touch the link once. Once I was initially had my account taken away. She never joined my other server or the server with my new accounts at all. The only people I can actually name you the list of people that I have joined throughout my new accounts, if you wanted me to. But Neil is not in that list. And you are failed to even show that in the video. So I'm not gotta take you seriously on that. But let's continue.
In contact with Lio this whole time.
Proof source evidence required.
So half of this infighting was caused by a person who literally betrayed everyone in this drama. Sorry, North, you're not getting away with it this time.
What? Wait, are they okay? Are they referring to me or are they referring to Lio? What? I don't know. Should I even ask? Should I even ask them? I'm not bothering wasting my time. But what's funny is that they also linked a couple of tweets here. Hey Santa, if I were as a bystander, could figure out Nerf used you and anybody else, that must make you unintelligent. I don't know, the comic mix crowd kind of already ruined that for you. Probably progress. And of course, subtweeting. People really need to stop being tricked by full-grown adults. And of course, being the typical optic cancer that Bunny-chan is. So everyone in this drama, I hope you get ruined by each other. Very strong statement. I do not care. Anyways, that's enough of that. I just wanted to waste my 10 minutes on that because I have nothing else better to do. And it is midnight for me. I could be asleep by now, but again, I wanted to test this StreamYard shit because might be a new thing once it comes to me debating people. Do 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 do. Let me see what's new on YouTube. If there's nothing new, I might as well just end it because I don't have any other new features in mind that I want to test out. I just want to get used to the thing that I always wanted to strive for once it comes to me streaming. But so far, I am actually having a good experience on StreamYard in general. Settings, audio, visual background. Green screen feature. I do not care. I can use that anywhere. Layouts. Guests. Play a sound with the guest enters. Nope, I'm good on that. Guests can see fewer comments and posts. Yep. Okay. Well, I guess that's enough of that. Not sure what else to do. Do. Yeah, I don't think there's much being shown. Predator awareness video. Nah. It's an hour long. I'm not watching that. Yeah. All right. I don't think there's much. So I might as well do my final bed and just fuck off and go to sleep. Because as I'm saying right now, I don't think there's much that I can talk about here. Later, some kid. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream because fuck it, might as well. But I might do streams like this in the future, whenever people want to talk in outside of Discord, or if they want to chatter in, and I can actually provide assistance with that. But I'm gonna go end the stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Average 2 viewers, of course, but it does gain up eventually, which I am actually thankful for. To have a competitive account of people trying to communicate through chat, because most of them actually work in my streams, which it's for me. It's I don't really mind it, but it's kind of feels like I'm talking to myself while people were just filling in. I appreciate you guys would come tuning in and stream. I'll see you guys hopefully sooner than later.